Well, it has been a crazy 2 months. Today is Thanksgiving Eve. Um, I woke up this morning. I'm exhausted. I woke up this morning to watch the Germany versus Japan game, and congratulations, Japan! You owned that second half and deserved that victory. But I'm a bit disappointed, obviously, being that my last name is Bartholomew, and I have a very strong liking for the German national team. Anyway. I want to make this video first off to thank everybody who has been helping me out with the music video sharing and stuff. I released it yesterday, I believe. Yeah, it was yesterday. Man, it's been a long day, and it's going so well. I'm super excited about it. So many people have shared it. So many people have watched it and sent me messages, which is really cool. I thought it turned out really well, but I didn't know it turned out as well as people were telling me it did, so I'll take that as a huge compliment. I've gotten some questions, actually, and I'd like to answer them. First off, it took me about 4 days to film. I filmed the scenes in 2 days, and then I edited it in 2 days using After Effects. I did the color correction or color grading on DaVinci Resolve or with DaVinci Resolve, which is actually a free program, by the way. If you ever are doing some sort of video project, DaVinci Resolve, you can download it, and it is phenomenal for color correction or color grading. So I did that, and yeah, used After Effects for all the different motion animations and all that stuff, and all the the clips interacting with one another. 22 clips, 22 separate clips, and then but 24 in total because I actually had to have two of them, or two and two overlap each other based on different things, and so just a heck of an effort. I'm really proud of it. So thank you again for sharing it, for enjoying it, watching it, and sending me feedback. I really appreciate that. I love the song and I love the video. And I'm just happy that people are enjoying it. It's pretty cool, yeah. But yeah, so I filmed it. I started filming it on July 1st. I did like 16 clips on July 1st. So this room I'm in right now actually is our guest room in our apartment. It's a guest room now. So Felicia and I, if you don't know, we live in a two-bedroom apartment. We've had roommates, and this has become the room of requirement, really. People keep moving in here, and then they almost instantaneously get their a new opportunity job-wise, and move out and move on to the next thing. So we had a couple we lived with for a while until June 30th of this year, 2022. They lived with us for 8 months, and during that time, they both got at the very end. They both got better jobs. Actually, one girl got a dream job, so congratulations to her. And so they ended up moving on to that. So that's cool. So then I had a couple days between those roommates and our new roommate who's moving in to film, because I hate bothering people. So it's if they're hanging out here, I filmed all of the video in the other room over here, which is our living room, which is obviously the room between our bedroom and the now guest bedroom. And I hate bothering people, so I basically took the one day I had, July 1st, to film as many as I possibly could. And then we had another roommate move in, and he ended up living with us for, I believe, 3 months, and then moved out. And then immediately after that, we had another roommate move in, and being that this is the room of requirement, within 2 weeks she got an offer to move to St. Louis, Missouri for a much better job, and just that's that. So we're like, you know what? This room is a golden beacon for opportunity. So now I've moved my little studio into here. But yeah, and when she moved out, we also had we were allowing one of our friends to stay here for the Halloween season. She works with Felicia at SeaWorld, and they do that sliding thing, which is that cool sparks, sliding with knee pads and all that stuff, scaring the heck out of people during the Halloween season. So she was actually staying on our couch for the month. So right when that ended, she went back and moved back. She just went back to where she lives over in Atlanta with her boyfriend. And so then I had the main room, the living room again, to film the rest of the scenes that I needed to do, which, what is it, 16, 17, 19, 20, 21, do 6 more scenes or so, because I can count quick, and got that done. And then, yeah, the editing was so much easier than I expected. I've used After Effects enough in my little endeavors to be pretty quick with the intricacies of it, so it worked out well. So everything, also, yeah, so it was an idea I had in my head. I storyboarded it out. Felicia helped me with 2 major scenes where there needs to be tension on the, well, here, I'll show you. This thing. This is the rope we had. So the tension on this rope, I needed it in, like, you know, I needed it off screen, and she helped me with that. So she'd grab it, and, like, as I was, you know, I needed to pull up, so it pulls up out of the screen. So it looked really cool. It turned out awesome. So she helped me with those 2 things, and then she also helped me with some acting ideas. Like, as the scenes are going, obviously, like, there's no speaking on the film itself, or the you know, the clips themselves. It's all music over the top of it. So during the scene, a couple of them, Felicia kind of gave me cues and, like, told me basically how to feel in the spots, and it really helped out a ton. So public thanks to Felicia for helping me out. But yeah, other than that, I just took everything, this tripod that I have here, and the camera that I'm filming on, and the lights that I have here, these little circle lights. I just used those and filmed the whole thing myself. And that was it. Just to make sure I had everything placed correctly, and I used myself as a timer. So I recorded in my little studio. I counted the entire, I think it's like 240 seconds of the entire film, the entire project, and so underneath every single, you know, clip is technically me counting out. So as I'm counting, I'm doing the different things I need to do to time it correctly. You know, maybe there's an easier way to do that, but that one worked for me. So what I did was I took all the clips, put them all in After Effects, once they were color graded the way I wanted them to be, and then just matched up the timing. And then once I matched up the timing, then I just moved the different clips, you know, where I needed them to be to interact the way I wanted them to interact in my head. And it all worked out. So I'm pretty excited about it, if you can't tell. I'm extremely exhausted. I've been up for way too long today. I'm not a morning riser. I don't know if any of you know me at all, but I don't go to bed until like 3 or 4 in the morning, and I hate getting up early. And I got up early, 7:55 a.m. Orlando time to watch the World Cup, and I got like 4 hours of sleep, maybe 5 at best. So a little tired and out of it. But anyway, thanks again. Thank you so much to anyone who watches it, to anyone that shares it, which is a huge help. I obviously don't, you know, I've got X amount of friends on Facebook, but people sharing the video on Facebook to their friends just helps me out so much. It's also really nice. I really appreciate it. I hardly really ask for anything, because I like to just kind of, I hate bothering people. I enjoy doing things myself anyway. And I don't know, I just don't like asking for favors. It just makes me feel uncomfortable. But I felt like this time's like, I finally did something pretty darn cool. And I always love help, but I feel like it's just the right time to ask all my friends for a share, you know? So thank you guys very much. Other than that, so earlier in October, Felicia and I went to Las Vegas for a little thing called When We Were Young. I don't know if you can see that. See if I can. Woo, When We Were Young. Right? Flew out there, and we had Saturday. What happened on Saturday? Well, I don't know. A little thing called 60-mile-per-hour winds, and the damn thing got canceled. So we were sitting, I mean, granted it's Vegas, so I mean, how could you go wrong? This is a very useless wristband to get into the Saturday October 22nd. When We Were Young festival. I didn't know it was exactly 2 months ago. 2 months ago from when I released the video. But yeah, so we went to Vegas. It was a great time in Vegas. It was Flesh's first time in Vegas. There's a ton of construction going on in Vegas right now. I didn't know that. I also didn't know that they're tearing down the Mirage. I mean, not yet, but we actually went there, and that was the first place. Well, actually, it's the place. Yeah, the first place Flesh I think ever gambled. And she ended up winning $100 on a penny slot machine, which I've actually never seen that before. I thought that was pretty cool. So now that the Mirage is going to just be a Mirage eventually, it was pretty neat to go check that out. But yeah, that was a crazy. The When We Were Young thing was so crazy. We were walking around. You know, I mean, we flew in. I mean, I flew in actually after Felicia. Felicia got there at like 9 a.m. My flight got changed 3 different times, to where I was supposed to be there on Friday night at about 9 p.m. and then it got pushed back to where I was gonna be there at 1 a.m. and then I got pushed back again to where I didn't get to Vegas until I believe it was like 1 p.m. But yeah, right when I landed, I get a ton of text messages from people telling me that the show had been canceled, and I honestly didn't believe it at first. I'm like, are you serious? What in the world? But I mean, to be honest, like when we were coming in for a landing in Vegas, the wind was so crazy that we were almost going like sideways to land. It was crazy. So I get it, but it was kind of like, wow, all of that preparation, and we ended up having a great time. But yeah, didn't get to go to that concert. But like the people walking in the streets were so depressed. It was crazy. I've never seen that amount of people just like shell shocked. I mean, people came from all over the place, and there were thousands of people walking around. But it was kind of neat that some of the bands did pop-up shows around the area. A few of the bands did, I think, some pop-up DJ sets, and then there was an emo night thing at the Brooklyn Bowl venue, I guess you'd call it there. So that was kind of cool for the people that could get into those. But yeah, so that was October. Long month, very fun. A lot of stuff goes on in October actually. We love Halloween, so did all that stuff. And then yeah, now we're almost done with November, and this has been another one of those just crazy months of figuring out life. You know, with the whole everybody moves out of here, and now we have our own space, which is kind of cool. It's kind of neat to have like the entirety of a room now to, you know, not have to worry about. I typically was filming these things in my bedroom and having just like, you know, that much space, but now I got the whole thing to do whatever I want. So this is where Flesh helped me with this one. This is where we filmed the first scene of the video, where I'm sitting in a chair. I don't know if you've seen it. Like, it's literally right here, and then I fall over, and then the rope comes in from this side over here, and I pull myself up. So anyway, that's where this is filmed. Again, that was on July 1st before our other roommate moved in. And then once he was gone, yeah, and filmed everything else out there. But again, just wonder, I'm just ecstatic. The positive feedback is blowing my mind, man. Because, you know, you do things, or I do things, and I think, this is cool. You know, this is turning out really well. I love the song. You know, I recorded it well. It sounded. I loved the recording of it. And then I thought, you know, all the clips came together. I got a little behind the scenes thing I did. I mean, very little. It's like not long at all, because it was back when I was doing the storyboarding. I actually storyboarded the thing right here on the ground too. I literally cut out pieces of paper when I first started this project, and they're like little squares. I have them in the other room somewhere, and I would, like, you know, make sure that it was fitting, because obviously it's like there's a finite space in the rectangle that is a you know, a YouTube screen or whatever, and I had to make sure like the idea that I had in my head would at least somewhat fit the right spacing, and it definitely did. And then obviously, you know, to figure out the sizes of the different clips, that was all After Effects ideas and stuff, to make sure they all stayed together within that confines of the space. And I'm just so happy it worked out. But yeah, it's like you come up with something, you're excited about it, you finish it, you think it's cool or good, or, you know, whatever, it matches with the idea you had in your head, and then to get people acknowledging that it turned out well. It was like, wow, cool, thanks guys. So yeah, and I got more ideas for videos. I mean, I've had more ideas for videos anyway, but it's like I knew I was going to have to finish this one before I did that. And well, it did only take me 4 days technically. I basically put it off between July and now because I'm sure I just put it off because it seemed like a daunting task. But also, the amount of time was so limited with people in this play, in our apartment, and then different activities and flying over to Las Vegas and living life and celebrating Halloween. But anyway, and to anyone who sees this after tomorrow's Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I give thanks to you for watching these things, for watching the video. I'm going to keep, obviously, moving forward with more videos. I've got so many more ideas. I also have a song called Still Waiting on my computer, so it's kind of ironic, I guess. It is all recorded. I started adding some strings to it, some violin stuff to it. But other than that, it is all set to go. I don't really need it, but it sounds cool, so I want to get it done to then maybe make a video for that too, Pretty sure the next video I'm going to make is for a song called Checkmate. I got the idea for it. It's another one of those kind of semi-involved ones with After Effects. Not nearly as involved, I don't think. Well, maybe, but not. I don't think it'll be nearly as involved as the Windows video that I just put out, because it's not going to be as... It's not going to move around, I got some ideas. Anyway, I'm mumbling because I'm tired. But again, thank you guys so much. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Cannot wait to start playing live shows, because I am going to practice my rear end off for the next... probably until the end of December. Obviously there's so much stuff that goes on between October and the end of December, really. And then hopefully January. I mean, I'm going to start, filming some live songs. I'll probably set something up in this room here, because now I have the space, and then I will do some live stuff. But that won't be for a while, because I'll have to figure it out first. But anyway, thanks so much. Have a great day. Really appreciate it.